Jake Paul says that he is in talks with Conor to fight Conor. And I don't know Jake Paul. I don't know him any better than you guys do, but I don't know Jake Paul to be a liar. It seems as though every time Jake Paul says something, it seems too good to be true, but I haven't seen it be that yet. And by the way, what does that mean? I'm in talks to do it. He's got Coach Kavanaugh's number. He's got Roddy's number. He's got Connor's. You send a text message. I mean, in all fairness, it's a pretty easy claim to fulfill. And I don't know where that's going to go. I mean, Conor is locked up with the UFC. Conor's not boxing or fighting anybody unless Dana wants him to go and box and fight them. And I tend to be a little light on that. I don't know where that's at. I know that Scott Coker got contacted for sure, because I know who contacted him about Paul versus Dylan Dennis. And not, hey, will you release Dylan to come do it? Hey, Scott, do you want to co-promote this? And Scott loves promoting striking events. So I don't know where that and I don't know what Coker's response was. I'm just sharing for you when Jake Paul is coming out and making these claims, one of them I can verify. I can verify he's pursuing the Dylan Dennis all the way up to Coker. So if he makes a claim that he's in talks with Conor, I'm sure he is. And I don't know where this Floyd thing is at, because that seems like one they could get done today. I mean, that's right up Floyd's alley. You know, Floyd takes everything personal. You and I might be dismissing this. Oh, my God, Floyd Mayweather. Crush this guy. Yeah, maybe, but that's not the way Floyd's mind works. Floyd's a dirty, rotten fist fighter. And if somebody challenges him, you're going to be fighting. He's an animal. And if you insult him the right way, you're going to be fighting him. And I only offer that because the basketball player, Robertson, am I right? Is that who Paul just fought? Floyd was calling that guy. Floyd was breaking down Paul and calling this basketball player and like giving him advice over the phone. He wanted to go out and beat Paul up because of the things that Paul's been saying about it. Floyd's a competitive guy. Don't forget that. You could talk about Money Mayweather and all these things. He's a competitor and he deserves that credit, deserves that acknowledgement. And this is right up his alley. They've got a big problem, which is somebody has to sanction that fight. And Paul's huge. Joe Rogan was talking about this. And Joe Rogan's like, I'd watch that fight. It'd be silly, and there's no commitment. I'll never get to see that fight, though, because no commission would sanction that. You would assume that Joe is right, and not just because of the size discrepancy. Right? And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, chill, Floyd will kill him. Yeah. I got it. I'm saying is there's still rules within the commission. And Paul, just by MMA standards, would be 3 weight classes above Floyd. By boxing standards, where they're separated by 3.5 pounds, he's like 8 weight classes above Floyd. And there's rules. I don't know what it is, but there is rules. I'll just tell you, amateur wrestling. I'm out here in the state of Oregon. Amateur wrestling, we do it. We can test it by dual meet. School against school, we do it by dual meet. But our governing body, the OSAA, you cannot go up more than 2 weights. So whatever weight you are, you can skip this one, but you can't go above the following one. There's New York right now in the world of MMA, and this was contested. PFL ended up losing a fight over it. New York right now, and they're not the only state, they're just the one off the top of my head, has a rule with weight, heavyweight, that you can't be separated by more than 40 pounds. So the PFL weighed in a heavyweight who weighed 206 pounds. Makes him anything above 205 and under 265 is a heavyweight. So he weighs in at 206, but his opponent weighed in at like 248. And New York goes, no, you can only have 40 pounds of separation. And PFL's go, they're in the same weight class. Heavyweight, your weight class. What do you mean? They go, they're both heavyweights, but there's more than 40. There's 42 pounds. We're not doing the fight. And they didn't. I'm bringing that to you to make the point that you are going to have issues there. Issues that I don't know off the top of my head, but there's going to be some issues. That's before I got to the real issue, which is the record discrepancy. And Nevada got around it to do Conor versus Floyd, but you're not going to see corruption anywhere like you will see in Nevada. Other states just aren't going to do that. You're not going to have a commission hanging its hat on fighter safety and nothing more important than that, and then sanction a 50-0 against an 0-0 except for Nevada. So I bring that to you in that Joe Rogan is right. You're going to have problems getting a commission to do it. Now, these guys can figure it out. These guys can pack up shop, go back over to England. Paul's done it before. I'm just sharing with you. There's some moving parts there. There's some moving parts to getting those guys together. So where does Paul go? Paul seems to have 3 ideas. Floyd, which I think he could get done. That's the one I think he could get done this week. Conor, which I don't think he could get done. Now you got to go. This isn't just Conor going, yeah, I'll do it. Tell me where to meet you. It's not. It's just a different thing. And I don't think that he could get that done. I don't think that's the route that Dana is looking to go in 2021 with Conor. Then you have Dylan, who I believe would do. I just talked to Dylan Dennis, and Dylan kind of told me, this guy is calling me out. I don't mind it. I don't like him. He doesn't like me, but come on. I take care of this guy, no problem. Dylan kind of dismisses, let this guy get a little bit of experience first. I'm just going to go tool a guy up just because it's a paycheck. But then they went around Dylan and went all the way to Coker. So, I'm just offering for you that Paul is legit. Paul is legit. That pisses you guys off, but he is. You can talk about how he is here with the experience. I'm talking about here. I'm talking about in here. This guy is a fighter. This is what he's going to go and do. And he's not just saying these guys' names for attention. He's looking to get a deal done, and he's looking to get in the ring and fight. Paul, somewhere along the way, has got in the crosshairs of Ben Askren. Ben Askren, somewhere along the way, has accepted while being retired and not going to do anything competitive ever again. Like somewhere along the way, even hurt and not feeling well. I talk about you're going to have to fight Floyd. Floyd is an animal. You put him in a corner. Ben's been insulted as well. Ben is now insulted by Jake Paul. So we'll see where all that goes. But I think that there's some good options. I think that we've probably identified the likely suspects. I don't think you're going to see the rapper, the basketball player, the NBA guy, a different name. I don't think you're going to see a different name unless something collapses within the discussions of the names that I just laid out. I think something big is coming Paul's way, and you can continue to hate on him, or you can see what I see, which is a guy with a dream who's trying. He's working hard, and he's willing to do what it takes to see it come true. For me, guys, that's a story that I don't hate.